Alright YouTube, it's Sunday, May 17th, and made some comments on my last video I posted up from back in the winter of Angel acting crazy in the snow, that we got something new and hopefully will be interesting for some of you old car lovers and old truck lovers. We got another project for the future. I bought this truck last weekend. As you can see, it doesn't look bad on the outside. I mean, for 66, it's really solid on the outside. There is some rust. I'm going to show you all the good parts about it first, and I'm going to tell you the bads. It's going to take a lot of work to get it roadworthy again. But the plan is I want to get it roadworthy and just kind of leaving it looking like it is, but mechanically sound, and just have the survivor truck look to it until maybe one day I can clean it up real nice and maybe do a decent restoration on it. But as you can see, it's got a little rust here on the outside. That's not bad though. You got some here, a little bit on the bed. I mean, as far as I can see, no one had ever attempted to put any Bondo in it at all, except for somebody tried to spread it over top of some hose. The bed inside, we're going to have to do something about that. The braces are rotted away underneath of it and stuff. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of work to make it roadworthy. But for what I paid for it, the money was right. I'm not going to say I got it dirt cheap, but I also don't feel like I paid too much for it. If worse comes to worse and I had to part it out, which I don't want to do, I want to rescue it. If worse comes to worse, I could part it out and probably make more than I paid for it. So, but what's so great about it is everything there, and nearly everything works. Everything is there is what I meant to say. Get this hood popped. Hard to do everything one-handed. And it's got a greasy old 352 big block. So far, every time I attempted to start it, it kicks right off. Now here are some rusty issues right here. The inner fender wells up top are right away pretty bad. The fenders, you can see somebody tried to put some metal over there, so I'm guessing there's a big hole under there, are rusted away. But I would probably, instead of replacing those fenders, we'll end up doing some metal work there and possibly here. Parts are out there for it. Replacement parts are kind of expensive, I guess, so I may buy some. I'm going to try to make everything I possibly can to keep the cost down. I don't know how long I'll keep this truck. I may keep it and use it for a long time, or if someone offers me enough money after I get some work done to it, hopefully without spending a lot of money on parts, I want to do most of my own fabrication work, maybe I'll sell it. I don't know. But like I said, 352 big block. I mean, everything, this truck, some things have been tampered with. I mean, I see some cut wires and stuff, but nearly everything works. It's still got the original windshield washer bag. I think that's original. I haven't even knocked the dirt off that yet. Want to see what that says under there one day. Decent feeling brakes. Engine starts right up. It's got an exhaust leak. Kind of sounds like the old Plymouth Fury on Christine right now. We're going to fix that. It's got some steering issues, and I'm going to explain to you how that happened. As you can see, the rag joint is tore. This piece is rounded out, and these pins in the rag joint have got slots in them. So I got to buy a new rag joint, and I'm going to pull the steering column out and repair that. Either repair it, what I'll do, I'll probably make a plate and weld onto it or something. But headlights, sometimes they don't work. I think it's a loose connection, the fuse block. It's a little loose. They worked at first, and then the other night I tried to turn them on. They wouldn't come on, and the next day I fooled with the fuse block, and it worked. We get the key out. Door shut good on it. Show you both of them. All the turn signals work. Hazard lights. Heater seems to work. Radio tries to work. All I get is static. It's got the original AM radio in it. Windshield washer squirter. I don't even see a switch for it. Maybe something goes there for that. It looks like something's missing. But before I start it, I'll let you hear the radio attempt to work. I think it's, oh, there it goes. I left it on. Hear the static? Hold the camera up there, we can see it. Could be the speaker, it could be the antenna. Or maybe the radio just needs to be cleaned out. Or I will try to get the original radio working. It's only AM, but I think it'd be cool to have the original radio working. Every now and then you hear it trying to pick up a station. It could very well be the antenna. And glove box works pretty decent. No latch, it's spring-loaded hinge. Let's see. As you can see, my headliner is falling apart, so the dome light's hanging, but it works. It's got a short, could be the bulb. Not really a short, but it's got a loose connection. And you can't see it in daylight, but the dash lights do work. This thing usually starts right up. You see I pull the choke, 3 pumps. As you can see, I didn't even, after I did that, I didn't even give it the gas, keep it running. And like I said, it sounds like Christine, the Plymouth Fury in the movie Christine. But windshield wipers still work on it. Cigarette lighter, no, it's not hooked up. I don't know where the wire. Someone has done some cutting on the wiring and stuff. I'm going to try to get all that working. Let's see. There's your turn signal flasher, not turn signal, but your emergency flashers. It's got glass packs. Someone put dual glass packs on it. Actually, out of the exhaust, it don't sound bad. Another thing about that old engine, I have yet to see or smell any oil smoke come out of it yet. So we've been able to keep this engine in here for a while without having to do any rebuilds. At least enough to get it roadworthy, and I'll build a decent engine for it later maybe. As you can see, flashers are working. See if the headlights are still working. Turn them off. Headlights are on, looking kind of dim in the daylight, but they're working. Both taillights have always worked. Fairly bright for an old truck with old, dirty, rusty electrical connections, I guess. See it shaking a little bit, but like I said, I just started it up cold. It don't really sound, I know the exhaust leak sounds terrible, but it don't really feel like it's got any misses in it. I have not tuned it up. The seller said they didn't attempt to tune it up. They got it out of the barn, been sitting there for a while. Going by the plate, it was licensed in, well, 2014, so just last year. It's in Indiana. It was licensed in Indiana, so I got to do all the work to make it roadworthy because it's got to pass inspection. I got to get the horn working. I'm thinking, shut this noisy old girl off. But I'm thinking, oh yeah, and turn signals. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. You got one green light flashing. One thing threw me off on these old trucks. When you hit your turn signal for left or right, you only got one light on one side that tells you your signal's working. The other side is a red light for the hazard lights. And as you can see, they're working. And the other side works too. I'll show you the front for the left hand. There they are, working. Oops, I had my camera zoomed in there. But, yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. Now here is the bad. This was kind of a surprise to me. I should have looked it over better, but still, I didn't pay that much for this truck. The cab supports are gone bad. See that those wood blocks in there? I stuck them in there to figure out why the steering was so screwed up. I mean, you couldn't hardly turn it. And the cab had, as you can see, cab supports crushed and collapsed. And what that does is, when the whole cab drops, that misaligns your steering shaft with your steering box, and that's what happened there. So, and I just jacked the cab up and stuck the wood in there so I could steer it and put it around the yard. Still, it slips out of that broken rag joint, that broken piece. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put in these floor pans. Oh, slipped in the gravel. It needs floor pans also. There, as you can see, they're rotted out. Dennis Carpenter Ford makes some nice stuff. They make replacement cab supports. They don't look exactly original, but they do look very thick and heavy, and they're supposed to be all American made. I will probably fabricate my own cab supports. From what I've seen of them, it looks like something I could make, being as I do have experience from building the 64 Fairlane that I used to drag race and still will again someday. And I've seen Dennis Carpenter sells this brace, the end from there to there, so evidently pretty much all of them rot out unless they've been garage kept. They do sell a floor pan, I think, that goes from here all the way up to the firewall inside. Those are reasonably priced, and they had the original stiffening beads in them. I think they're like $59 a piece, and I think they go from here up to about there. And as you can see, someone tried to, that is not the original metal, somebody just screwed it all in. Actually, when you jack this cab up away from the frame, it's not even bolted through the front cab supports with the cab mount bolts. It just falls off. It's not even welded to the cab either, the support. Back brace, where the rear cab bushings go, right here, as you can see, the cab bushings are completely gone, I think. I think they go there. If I remember right. Yeah, here they are, right here. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure if a bushing goes in between there or not. Maybe it don't. I'll have to look at it up. Yes, they do, because I see a torn one. They are completely gone. It's sitting right down, metal to metal. I gotta replace that. As you can see, bed braces, not looking too good. We'll have to fabricate or buy some. But fuel gauge works. And here's another surprise I had. Some of you may say, oh my God, oh, this thing's shot. It ain't worth fixing. As you can see, it's got a rust hole. I don't know if I can get a good view of that or not. It's got a rust hole. Oh, I'm sorry about the frame. Let me get my hand unlocked off the strap. Sorry about this. There we go. Yeah, frame got a big old rust hole in it. It's rusted there, right there. I'm not panicking over that. I didn't really like it when I found it, but worst case scenario, I can build a frame, you know, pretty much like if you were to back half or tub a race car, except I will make it as close to original as I can get it. I'm not going to tub this or anything like that. I want it to be an original looking truck, but we're going to do what we have to do to rescue it. Its shock mounts are rotted away. As you can see, the bed floor got some issues. I got a few ideas on how I'm going to go about fixing that. I'm not sure if I could even get these new. Finding an old rust-free one would be very costly. Well, we'll just take it as it goes. Now, these panels here, those are just flat panels. I can make those. These, cut them out, flat panels, buy some steel, make them, weld them in. Basically, people have rescued worse, but I think this old truck's cool, and I'm glad I got it, because I think a lot of people were seeing those cab floors in that frame and part it out, scrap it, give up on it. But this is just another old Ford that will not die for a long time, because the right guy got a hold of it, and it's going to take me a while to get around to it. But I'm going to rescue it, and it's going to be a cool old truck. I mean, it's got coolness written all over it once I get it going. And once I first get it roadworthy, I think that the old Survivor look, leaving it like it is for a while, will be a fun thing to do. I also need to do metal work on the radiator supports. So as you can see, we got a lot of interesting videos coming up. It might be a bit of a challenge, but we'll do what it takes. Anyway, can't think of anything else to tell you about it. Like I said, I haven't made some videos in quite a while. Power stroke, I haven't touched it in 3 months, and actually, I mean, a lot of stuff going on. Some of the stuff I don't really want to depress you with. All I'm going to say is the older you get, the more death and illness you experience in the family and other people around you. A lot of that going on, a lot more than usual. And as you can see, I've already almost got enough wood for the winter because I don't burn a lot. I did that. Had to get all the mowing equipment in shape. Been doing some mowing. So yeah, right now we're cleaning out the garage. I'm getting my old Bridgeport mill ready, and I'm going to hopefully get some things fixed on it. And well, we'll do a separate video on that. Let's just I got plans for that Bridgeport mill too. Something interesting. But I'm just getting the garage cleaned up, and I'm going to start back on the Power Stroke hopefully this afternoon, maybe at least tomorrow. So for all of you who have been patiently waiting for videos, but you're still subscribed and still waiting, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks to the new subscribers. Thanks for your likes, your good comments. Keep them coming. I appreciate it. We'll be back with more. Hopefully I'll make another video on something next week.